Hello, I want to show you something that I use to manage my emails. I get a huge number of emails. I'm sure many of you do as well. There's emails about assessments, emails about training, emails about our tuition business, and often emails from Senkos at schools about their EAA requirements. And whilst I use Gmail and I reply in Gmail often, or I was replying in Gmail, should I say, what I found is for those that require follow-up, I didn't have a very organized system for following up and managing those emails. It was fine if it was just a quick reply. That's, it's done and dusted. So I started using something called OnePageCRM. It's around £100 a year. It is a paid CRM. You can get some CRMs that are free, such as HubSpot, but I found that OnePageCRM was really straightforward and easy to use. So I chose this option. CRM is short for Customer Relations Manager. And a lot of people use it to sort of keep track of their sales and things like that. But for me, it's about keeping track of my assessments, queries, my tuition queries, anything that requires a reply from me. And I would like to get a reply from them back as well. So it's hard to show you it fully in working order because if I go straight onto it, you'll see all the names of my clients. But I've got a screenshot here of sorry, just share that. Shared. I've got a screenshot and I've blanked out the names. So when I get a email in Gmail that I want to add to the CRM, so that could be an assessment inquiry, for example, I can click a button in Gmail and it automatically takes me to or inserts that contact into OnePageCRM. Now, for that, I use something called Zapier, and I'm on the free plan for that. So it zaps it. There is actually an internal process you can use with this OnePageCRM as well. But for me, it's easier to just zap it. I will add contacts as well. So if sometimes people have contacted me via text or WhatsApp or Messenger, then I simply go to the add contact button and it doesn't take me a moment to add them manually. So I get a mixture of automated contacts and manual contacts. And as you can see, their names and their details are added. And I'll show you a Jane Doe later who I've added as a practice. And then down the side, I can list what my next action is for them. Now, all of these are in red because they're all overdue. I need to get onto these today. But you can decide how far in advance you want to put the date for checking up. So this is what it looks like. And also you can have labels. So this one's about tuition, this one's about assessment. I have other labels that will say mentoring or EAA online, for example, as well. So that's what your main page looks like. It's called your action stream. Now, what I'm going to show you next is, I'm just going to shut that down. Shut that down. And check what I'm screen sharing. It may have changed, it may not. It has. So what you're seeing now is an example. I've added Jane Doe just as one to show you. It's actually my phone number and my email, so I'm not breaking any confidentiality there. But obviously, if it was a real client, it would have her details in. And actually, Jane was an assessment inquiry, so I would change it to lead assessment. And if she had emailed me, I would have her email up here, but she hasn't actually emailed me because I've just added her manually. So what I can do next is I can send Jane an email very easily. I click the email, and then down here, I've got various templates that I've made already. And I will find the dyslexia assessment information template, click that, and it comes straight up. And all I have to do is insert her name and give it a quick check. If you haven't updated my date, for example, I know I haven't updated my dates here about assessments. So I just need to change that if it was a real one. And then I can got my signature in here everything I need. I can just push send and it goes to Jay. Now, I've sent that email, so I want to remind myself to chase it up. If she hasn't booked, I want to chase it up. So I'm going to put await. Let's have lowercase. I'm a very slow typist. Await booking or chase up. And I'm going to give her 4 days roughly. So let's have a look at the calendar. Let's chase her up on Wednesday. And I save that. And in the stream that you saw earlier, that will be under the date of February the 7th, and it will go red on February the 7th. Obviously, if she's booked in the meantime, then that date will have changed. And if she'd booked, I would probably mark this as complete and say, await deposit payment. Just to remind me to check. And then obviously, I don't know, maybe the 8th, whatever, for that. So in her list, we can see the different stages, and it reminds me when to check up. Now, if I don't hear back from her, I might decide to send her a follow-up email. I do have a template for a follow-up email. Give it a few days. If I don't hear from her, I would close it. And to close, you just click here. Don't need to put an action, just close. And that means she doesn't exist in my action stream anymore. Her details are still on my database, but she's not in my action stream. If she came back to me a few weeks later after I'd closed it, that's absolutely fine. I just reopen it again. So there are other functions that you can use for OnePageCRM, but for me, it's about keeping track of my emails and telling myself I need to chase these up, because I would get an inquiry for an assessment. I'd send the original email and then I'd just hope they booked. But this way I can actually follow it up. Sometimes I might text somebody or whatever, but I keep a record in here. And also it won't show at the moment because we haven't had many communications, but the emails are saved here as well. So if I wanted to, if I had a long trail of emails, I click on there and I can see the whole, what I sent, what she sent back. I won't click on email here because again, you'll see my clients. But when somebody has been added to OnePageCRM, if they have come back to me, it obviously goes into Gmail to begin with, then that email will also appear here. So if I wanted to just check the emails just for the clients in OnePageCRM, I just click on there and it shows me the email replies as well. So it's really, really worthwhile, I feel. It's really helped my life in the sense of organizing and not missing follow-up emails. I hope that helps. I will put a link for OnePageCRM. You can get a free trial to begin with in the information below this video. And there's also lots of videos on it on YouTube. Thank you. Bye-bye.